Poverty is a labyrinth, and not everyone can escape it. Lucky for you, you're about to learn an escape plan to get out of the maze that is poverty. Poverty doesn't mean living in the streets. You could be working a full-time job and still be considered impoverished. Official US Census Bureau statistics estimate that 37 million persons, 11.4% of the total population, were poor in the United States in 2020. In February 2022, the total US population had a 14.4% poverty rate. If you find yourself in that statistic, or you want to avoid being included in those numbers, then do continue watching. Being born into poverty is not a choice, but you still have a chance to construct a better life for yourself. Just because you grew up poor doesn't mean you can't thrive as you grow older. Breaking out of poverty is not a quick exit, which is why we're here for you to guide you on this journey. Hi, welcome to the Wealth Monopoly. Today, we'll walk you through a 10-step escape plan from poverty. Pay close attention. What you're about to learn will change the course of your life. Step 1. Reevaluate your life. Ask yourself what you have to do to change it for the better. Sit down and have a heart-to-heart talk with yourself. Think about the life you currently have and the life you want to live. Think about how far you have to go to get from point A to B. Don't confuse contentment with complacency. Complacent people are satisfied with what they have, even if they know there's still room for improvement. They do nothing to change their lives. They stay right where they are, not moving forward, but in worst-case scenarios, moving backward. You could be content with the simple life that you live, but are you really living or just simply surviving? You can be grateful for what you have, but still strive towards something better, or even towards the best there could be for yourself, your family, and the generations that will follow. Know where you are and where you want to be so you would know the next steps to take to go from here to there. Step 2. Do not simply daydream. Envision your dream, then do whatever it takes to reach it. After being reflective, be prepared to do the work. Keep track of your finances. Know where your money goes, make a spreadsheet, or keep your own little notebook. Do whatever makes you more financially aware. Make a habit of keeping track of your expenses. Make this part of your lifestyle. Step 3. Switch to ultimate survival mode. Only spend what is absolutely necessary. Do you really need those subscription-based streaming services? With the hustle that you're about to do, you won't have the time to sit down and binge watch anything. Set your priorities. Make hard but necessary sacrifices. Know the difference between a want and a need. Humans need food, water, air, and shelter to survive. It's a good thing that we don't need to pay for air. Remind yourself that these sacrifices will be worth it. Live a minimalist life, then you'll reap the benefit of it in the long run. You can't go from couch to marathon overnight. You have to condition yourself first. Train yourself and slowly build a habit. Challenge yourself. You can start with 3 months. You'll see how satisfying it will be, and it will motivate you to push through. See how much closer you'll get to escaping the maze. Step 4. Hustle and take part in the rat race. Juggle as many jobs as you can. Take up gigs. Freelance. Do not wait for opportunities to come knocking at your door. Open your door and step out of it. Look for those opportunities, or better yet, create opportunities of your own. Make use of the time and energy that you have now. Remember, the world is your oyster. The rat race won't last forever. If you stay committed and driven now, you will reap the long-term benefits of it. Trust me. After that 9 to 5, take that late-night gig or find freelancing opportunities. Work your way out of poverty. Step 5. Channel Houdini to escape the shackles of debt. Hopefully, you've already figured out a way to increase your income by the time you've reached this step. Now, it's time to free yourself from one of the things that chains you to poverty: debt. It's much easier to fool yourself into spending when you swipe that credit card. It's one swift swiping motion, no harm at all, until you receive that outstanding credit card bill. Start with your high interest debts. With each passing day, the money that you owe increases because of that interest. While you're paying off the debt that you already owe, train yourself to be wise when you once again find yourself at a crossroad where debt is the easiest option to choose. When you're already free from the chains of poverty, playing with debt is actually helpful in building good credit. This will open doors of opportunity for you. For now, deal with the debt that you already have. Hopefully, your poverty chains feel a bit more loose by now. Before we continue with the next steps, please do give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave your thoughts, ideas, and suggestions in the comments section below. Step 6. Save. Set an emergency fund. When you've figured out how much you actually need to survive, it's time to set your savings. Nothing is set in stone, so you have to prepare for the unexpected, like unforeseen medical expenses and family emergencies. Without savings, you would have no other option but to go into debt, which leads to the poverty chain tightening its hold on you, which is exactly what we're trying to avoid here, right? Savings are rays of sunshine in the darkness. This step is important so that you don't find yourself back deeper in the poverty cycle. I know it's not easy, but think of it as a pre-packed gift from yourself to yourself in times of distress. Step 7. Identify your value and continue to increase it as you go. Earlier, we talked about increasing your work volume. Now, you have to take it easy at some point, or else it will take a toll on you as well as the quality of work you produce. The more experience you get with the jobs you have, the more you increase your value as a worker. You learn more things and progress as a valuable asset to the organization you're working for. You have to know how much you're worth by now. Be on the lookout for promotions and employment opportunities that will give you the extra income you need to further yourself out of the poverty maze. Step 8. Build a good credit score and demand better terms for your debts. Pay your bills on time. Ask for higher credit limits. Dispute credit report errors. Be strategic about all of this. Show the money people that you handle your money wisely. If you're on the right track, refinancing long-term debt for better terms would be a piece of cake. Show them the good credit that you have built. Use it to your own advantage. Don't consider the bank as something that intimidates you or something that you fear, because you might have felt that way when you were deep in the poverty hole and chained by debt. This time, walk in the bank with confidence. Step 9. Make it your goal to not be an employee forever. Be a leader. Not only will this give you more freedom and flexibility, this will help you create opportunities not only for yourself, but for others as well. This is when taking charge of your life is taking a step or maybe even a big leap further. This is when you finally start working for yourself. This is when you start building something of your own. Remember that you cannot do this alone. You are a leader, not a boss. There's a difference. You've fortunately loosened the holds of poverty enough that you do not have to conform anymore. You can finally create. It is your duty to guide others out of the poverty maze that you've successfully escaped. Build a team and help other people grow. Step 10. Keep focused and continue to learn. Keep your head up in the clouds and your feet in the ground. Always remember why you started. Do not be complacent. Even if you've reached a certain level of progress, continue to aim for more. Continue to build your skill set. Continue to search for ways to keep yourself out of the poverty trap. The moment you become lax, you lose your drive. You might end up falling back into the bad habits that got you trapped into poverty in the first place. Remember, escaping poverty is a journey. If you keep yourself in one place, poverty might catch up with you once again. So continue to move forward whether you're walking or running. If you've successfully executed poverty escape acts of your own, are currently loosening your own poverty chains, or about to take the first step in escaping the poverty maze, then leave the word escape and tell us about your journey in the comment section below. Check out my #1 recommendation to build wealth and passive income in the description box below. As always, the Wealth Monopoly is with you in this journey of escaping the poverty and building a better life for yourself. So if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel and ring your notification bell so that we could continue to be on this journey with you. See you in the next video.